friends, Nibs again. I'm going to get out and do a little plinking out in the garage today, and I really wanted to do a really good video on this guy here, give it a really good shakedown for you guys. What we have is the new one of the newer ones I just picked up. This is the Daisy Powerline Model 62, and from everything I'm finding online, this is quite a rare pistol. I was very fortunate to find it, and to find it at the price I did find it at as well. I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, but based on other sales that I've seen that I've completed, I paid about half of what they normally go for, because the person listed it as just a Daisy pellet gun on eBay. Didn't give the model or any other kind of information about it, and they listed it as untested as well. So it's in really nice shape. The bluing is in very good shape. Has very 70s-ish crackle paint, which is really neat, and that's in really good shape as well. I think it's really highly refined, especially for a Daisy, but these were actually made by Elgamo, however you pronounce that. And they made these in the 70s. Best I can tell, they probably only made, Daisy only had them made for them for maybe about 3 years. I found, I'll put it up here, a print ad from 1978 that listed this as one of Daisy's products, but probably 75 to 78, maybe 76 to 79, somewhere in that time frame. But they were rated for about 390 foot per second. I did run this across my crony with some 7.6 grain pellets, which are probably heavier than they used, and I averaged about 354. I'll put one of these up here for you guys to see the screen capture from that. But very consistent. The spread on that was very low, very small. But I'm going to test it out here this morning. I'm going to test it with some heavy pellets. These are rifle premiums, and they measure out at 8.18. Not real heavy, but heavier. And then we'll try with the tried and true Meisterkuggens at 7 grains. And I've got a target across the garage here and a camera running down there. Actually, I don't have it running yet. Let me go turn that on. It is a really beautiful day in upstate New York. A little cold, almost had frost last night, but I hope to get out and I'll show you guys these So I picked this up. I know it looks like a pellet gun. If you look up Daisy Model 100, you'll think that's what this is, but this is actually a Whammo Power Master, and it is a 22 caliber, actual 22 long rifle shooting gun. So that I'll hopefully get that out later today when the weather warms up a little bit. We'll go out to the range with that. And I also got to pick up this absolute beauty. It's missing the little hood over the front sight, which is not a big deal. Those are usually readily available on eBay. I can pick one of those up and get it on there. But that is a Mossberg 44 US property, which means it was made in the 40s, early 40s. Anyway, let's get back to the Daisy. We're going to be shooting across the garage here, just 20 feet, typical. So the way that this guy works here is you has a underlever, which is very unusual for pellet pistols, but you bring it down and cock it. It does have a really nice trigger, 2-stage trigger that's fully adjustable. You can adjust it for 2-stage travel, for pull weight, all of that. and I did play around with it a little bit, and right now I have it down to an overall pull weight of about 8 ounces. It did start at about 1 pound 7 ounces, which wasn't bad, but I wanted to goof around with it. There is a hole in the top here for putting a couple drops of oil in every now and then. And then finally, after you cock it, you open this loading port, put a pellet right in there, and then close it back down. So we'll start out with the Meisterkugens. And we'll see what we can do. I have not shot these pellets out of this yet, so point of impact, I'm gonna pull that one up a little bit. I'm gonna start on a different bullseye because I adjusted these for a different pellet. Better. All right, so we'll run with that one and do a 5-shot group with that bullseye there. So these were made by Elgamo. They actually had a couple different variations of it. I guess Daisy only had this one variation, and then also I found that RWS had a version produced for them. I'm not sure exactly when or what the model number was for that one, but pulled that one a little high, it looks like. But even the RWS, I haven't been able to find an example of that. I've seen several forum posts that suggest that RWS had a version, but I haven't been able to find even a picture of one yet. But the Elgamos, I found several of the pictures of the other ones, but I still haven't seen any of those for sale anywhere on Gunbroker or eBay or anywhere like that. So they seem to be very rare. So I think I'm pretty fortunate to have found this one. I think that went in the same hole as the first one. So that's 3. So far I've only been testing this with my favorite one. One of my favorites is the Daisy wad cutter pellets, and it shot really good with those. I wanted to try it out with a couple of other types of pellets here just to see what it could do. I think that was just above the first one there. All right, we'll do one more and then we'll move on to the rifle brand pellets, the heavier ones, see what they can do. Oh, I wasn't set. The trigger's really light, but oh well, that still not a bad looking group, except for that one that I flinched over there by not being ready. So let's move on to these heavier ones. These are 8.18 rifle brand. Oh. One thing I did read online, been warned about, is when you put a pellet in this loading gate, you want to make sure it's fully closed before you fire, because if it's only halfway closed, the air pressure will like shear that off and cause it to get lead scraps and down into the mechanism and stuff, and that wouldn't be good. So let's see what we can do with these heavier ones here. Oof. That one's shooting really high, so. All right, I'm gonna adjust and go to a different, I'll stick with the same one, but I'll just adjust my point of aim here. That's better. So these ones are shooting more like the daisies that I had found. I'd shot previously that were a little bit heavier. They were 7.6 grains. I had adjusted it so that when my rear sight, I lined my sight up at the bottom of the black circle, and then it should hit in the bowl there. With those lighter Meisterkugels, I was doing the same thing, and it was hitting really low, so I brought my point of aim up to where my sight was in the middle of the bowl, and then I seemed to be shooting better. I'm kind of shaky this morning. All of this variation is definitely me. Just can't steady my... That's better. So again, all but the one flyer there, which was definitely my fault. The gun seems to be doing pretty good. Let's do one more here. Still in the black. Good. So there you go. There's the Daisy Model 62. From all I can tell, it's a super rare, but very, very fine. It's unfortunate. It must have been really expensive. That's the only thing I can think of why this didn't catch on and get a lot better sales back in the 70s. It has they're plastic grips, but they're kind of a wood grain. And if you loosen the screw in the bottom, you can actually move the handle up or down to adjust the grip angle. Then you tighten it back down once you get it to the angle you like, and then that will help you position the hand more comfortable for yourself. But it has a nice hooded front sight, and it's quite a gun, quite a pellet pistol. So anyway, hope you liked the video. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. You'll get notified when I do post up new videos. But until next time, have a great day.